Joined right now by Sarah Maguire from Compass in South Boston. Sarah, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
You're in a red hot market. Southie's been hot for a long time.
It has.
What are you seeing over there right now?
Low inventory, lots of buyers, bidding wars, you name it, we see it.
Still pretty consistent. Those bidding wars have been out of control. Now, your niche, you work with a lot of first-time home buyers.
I do.
A lot of people just don't know when it's time to jump in. Is now the time? What's your advice to the person out there that's thinking about jumping into the market soon?
Sure, I think if you're about a year out from buying, you should start looking online. And then I think when you are about 6 months out from buying, you should really start to focus in and nail down an agent, a local agent that knows the neighborhood and the area that you're looking to buy in. Looking online helps you familiarize yourself with the market, what's out there, what your money can get you. And then, as you start to narrow down those aspects, you should definitely get a pre-approval from a local lender to narrow down to see, what your budget actually is.
What's interesting and what I see happen from the lending side is that we'll connect with somebody and they think that they're 6 months to a year out, and then they go through the process, get pre-approved, they start looking online, and all of a sudden that fast forward button is hit.
Oh yeah,
things become real fast.
It happens very quickly. I have clients that say, "Oh, we're not serious quite yet," and we take them out looking one weekend, and boom, they fall in love with something, and the ball starts rolling.
It really is important to connect with a buyer's agent up front, somebody
Yes.
that's going to be in your court.
Absolutely.
And even from the technology side and what you can hook somebody up with, so it really kind of narrows their search.
Right, yes, you definitely want someone in your corner who's advocating for you as a buyer, who has your best interest in mind, who's protecting you throughout the entire buying process. There's a lot of steps. It can get confusing, it can get overwhelming, and it's definitely good to have someone that knows the market, someone who also knows a lot of the other agents in the area. Like I said, just really good to have someone on your team.
And there's plenty of buyers out there that think that they're getting a deal if they go directly to the selling agent, and that's not the case either.
Not the case, my friends, no.
So connect with a buyer's agent. It's a no-brainer.
Yep.
Let's talk about the South Boston market.
Yeah.
For a long time, it's been a hot market. Prices have really driven up. Are you seeing first-time home buyers being pushed out a lot of cases?
Yeah, a lot of my first-time home buyers are currently renting in South Boston, and they would love to stay in South Boston if they can, and sometimes we're able to make that happen. And then other times my buyers, kind of know right away that what they want just doesn't exist in South Boston in the price range that they're looking in. So we've been doing a lot of exploring, putting a lot of things under agreement in Dorchester, which is a great option.
It's a great option, and it's not that far away. It's right next door.
Right down the street.
Any hot spots that you see where
Yes.
maybe trends are going that way, but it really hasn't been uncovered yet as the next hot spot?
Yeah, there's a couple neighbors in Dorchester that I'm loving right now that a lot of my buyers are loving too. There's Jones Hill, which is, I guess you can consider the next Savin Hill. There is a great little neighborhood kind of in the Ashmont Adams Village area called Pope's Hill. Just put 3 places under agreement over there for buyers. Gut rehabs with parking and private outdoor space. And then Ashmont and Adams Village are 2 other really great options that have great restaurants and bars and retail and just a really great place to be, I think.
General price point wise, you can get in?
2 bed, 1 or 2 bath, over 1,000 square feet, mid 500s. That, in Southie, you're easily in the $600,000, $700,000 range.
Sure. And for the buyer out there thinking, like, what does that take to get into a property like that? And that high 4s, low 5s, you can still get in at 5% down, even less depending on the property. So definitely something to think about. And once again, jumping ahead, where do you see the market going? I mean, there's definitely a lot of pressures, crazy bidding wars. Do you see it turning, flattening out anytime soon? Or?
I think everyone's scared of a correction and a burst, and I just think we're in this, really unique place, especially in South Boston and Seaport and Dorchester, just because of all the development that's happening in Seaport and all the new businesses that are coming to town and opening up shop. All those people need places to live, and we're lucky that South Boston and Seaport and Dorchester, the areas that I specialize in, are a perfect location for those people that are working in those areas. So people are going to need places to live, you know, as long as these companies and these businesses are opening in that area. So I don't think that those areas in particular are going to see any kind of downward, you know, trend in the next 2 to 3 years or so.
I would agree. There's just too much
going
positive
on.
development. Even from the pre-construction side, first-time home buyer or not, there's a great opportunity to get into some decent price points and potentially
Absolutely.
save some money for down the road.
Absolutely. If you're not scared of that whole, you know, pre-construction, and you have vision as to, you know, what it can be and what it will be. If you're able to get into a building pre-construction and put a deposit down, you're going to save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars before those units actually hit the market. Get something under agreement right away, and you'll see, you know, if there are leftover units that do go to market, people are going to be paying a lot more money than you since you were in first.
You just they have a little bit of vision.
Yeah.
See what it looks like.
All you need is a little bit.
Thanks for stopping by, Sarah.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
If somebody wants to connect with you, the best way?
Sure. My Instagram handle for our real estate group is Maguire_group. And if you want to see some of my children's antics, on my personal Instagram is Sarah_Maguire.
Children antics are fun. I
Oh.
got plenty as well.
Yes.
If you want to follow us, we're at RE Talk Boston. Remember, we have more tips just like this right here on boston.com.